On the rugby league front, I used to love watching Wally Lewis. You know, I think he had everything. You know, skill, pace, you know, strength. He was a really good player at that level. He did everything. He played with Australia. You know, and I used to really, you know, like watching his videos. Well, I think it was more of a surprise present really than the best. I think I'd asked for a computer one year or a bike or whatever. And I'd come downstairs, opened all my presents, and you know, quite pleased with them. And I think then my dad just said to me, "Go put kettle on." And I walked into the kitchen, and there were a big full-size snooker table set up. You know, so that was really shocked me, but that was very pleasing. I don't mind a surprise. Well, what time we do get, I like to go have a game of the golf with some of the lads. You know, we all enjoy that. That's if the weather's good enough. Also, I just like, you know, basically socialising. I go and watch my old club Kippocks play, and Loch Lane as well, amateur side in Castleford. I enjoy watching them because I've got a few friends that play with them. That's basically it. Apart from my mother, yeah. I think it was actually in the cloakroom. I was probably 7 years old, something like that, at the infant school, under a pile of coats, I think.
Seize the day.
Go ahead, make my day.
Maybe not quite the good, the bad, or the ugly, but there were a few Butch Cassidys and maybe the odd Sundance Kid lurking in the snow as Leeds Rugby League side took time to get away from Super League preparation and take in a jovial morning's target practice at the Yorkshire Paintball Park. And it certainly seemed to prove a worthwhile experience for all of those involved.
This is all part of Super League, you know, getting together and getting team spirit going and all gelling together as a team. It'll all do well for the Super League.
You know, you've really got to try and occupy the time wisely, and sometimes, you know, giving the guys a bit of a rest or doing something different, I think is of more benefit really than making them run around a field.
But look out, roaming around in the woods was the local wild herb, known to the locals as the Predator. Out to seek and destroy the Leeds players as they skulked around the undergrowth. Some players were wary of his presence, others didn't seem that bothered.
I'm not scared of you.
So certainly an unusual morning's work for the Leeds boys, somewhat different from our sweating it out in the gym, or those many miles run around the Headingley pitch, a worthwhile exercise, seemingly enjoyed by all.
You pull a knife, I pull a gun. How do you feel now? Better, hopeless.
Like I was back in Nam.
Birmingham.
Yeah, it was a lot of good fun, and it was a little bit of a workout actually. Once those paintballs were coming at you, you had to work a bit to try and avoid them.
Seize the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new look for referees. This is what the well-dressed official will be wearing, a natty range for the refs who've earned their stripes, with a subtle hint of charcoal, this season's #1 choice.
A bit racy, isn't it?
Might make it go a bit faster, I don't know.
Go faster stripes.
Go faster stripes, we'll get on the catwalk with these, I think.
Well, it wasn't quite the Paris catwalk as the new look was unveiled, along with a £100,000 3-year sponsorship deal with CIS to support the game's officials. It's a big boost for them on the eve of what promises to be a tough campaign.
There's been a significant number of rule changes and interpretation changes. We're as administrators, confident they'll be for the advantage of the game, but also relieving a little bit of pressure off the referees, which I think over the last few years, because of the speed of the game, has increased dramatically on them.
I think for the first month it'll be very difficult adapting to the new rules, but once we've got into the swing, I think it'll come naturally and it'll make the game faster, with the ball being in play a lot more and more exciting for the paying spectators.
Are you a bit nervous?
Very nervous.
The Mizuno and CIS deals come at a time when the Rugby League is launching a recruiting drive for new officials.
It's a combination of a lot of things why people don't take up refereeing. It could well be that there is a cost factor for them to start. Well, we've eliminated that cost factor now. Also the fact that we've got to make it attractive for people to get involved in it. We're just about to launch our recruitment campaign based on take up the challenge, take up the whistle, and when people see that these guys are being looked after, perhaps they'll get involved themselves.
Meantime, the game's troubleshooters are in town and ready for action.
Stand by for the last clues in our Guess the Face competition now, and to be really charitable, we'll remove 2 pieces of our jigsaw this time. If you can name the Super League superstar, here's the prize. No, not the girls, Steve-O, but a brand new Super League shirt of the team of your choice with the squad number you want. And the address for your entries, and also your comments about the new Boots and All format or any other Super League topic. It's Boots and All, Sky Sports, Grant Way, Isleworth, Middlesex, TW7 5QQ. Now, don't forget to get along to the early rounds of the Super League, and if you can't, join us for the best seat in the house. Tomorrow we blast off in Paris as the new boys take on the Sheffield Eagles. Join us from the French capital at 7. We're live on Saturday night too throughout the summer, and we kick off the new slot with Oldham Bears against Wigan from Boundary Park. We're live from 5:30. And we'll have highlights from Leeds' opening game against Warrington at Headingley. Note, we're over on Sky Sports 2 at 9:30 on Sunday night. There's no Boots and All next Thursday. Instead, we've a live game for you. London take on Paris in their opening fixture at the Valley. We look forward to seeing you there, and we'll have all the action here on Sky Sports from 7. The match starts at 7:30. On Good Friday, it's the traditional Saints-Wigan derby, the ultimate Super League battle. The whole game live and exclusive on Sky Sports from a packed Knowsley Road from 3 o'clock. The game there starts at 3:30. And on the Tuesday after Easter, more live Super League action for you as the Blue Sox aim to maul those Tigers. Halifax against Castleford from Thrumhall at 7. And Boots and All will be back 2 weeks tonight when we'll review the opening shots in the Super League wars. Well, that's all for this week. See you in Paris tomorrow for the start of quite a weekend as the big league becomes the Super League and makes the big switch to the summertime.
I've bred men for 30